the one theory that you would like to sort of go with at this point, given the fact that we've had the Union Home Minister come out? And I think on the point of the Union Home Minister going to this particular spot, I think it might be also because Delhi comes under his office directly. So if there is an incident of this nature, he perhaps felt the need to go to the spot himself. It isn't, after all, something that is run-of-the-mill. I mean, this is a major, major blast that has taken place, Mr. Modi.
I'd like to say two things. One is regarding HM's visit. I can tell with a lot of confidence that HM is a very hands-on person. He wants to be thorough about everything which is brought to his notice. And his visiting the spot would certainly help him to understand the briefing which he will be getting tomorrow from officers of different agencies. So I understand that this visit has been made by him, but with this we can't be 100% sure that it's a terrorist attack. It only shows that importance he is giving to this blast. As far as ownership of car is concerned, I feel it's too early to say. I was closely associated with investigation of Pulwama attack case, where it was the 8th owner. The person who blasted himself was the 8th person to get a vehicle had been sold 6 to 7 times earlier.
Right.
So whether this number plate business, whether we can come to any conclusion with that number plate, it's too early. Unless we get the chassis number of the vehicle and then we get the details from the company. In Maruti, in that Pulwama case, it was a Maruti Eco, and you won't believe we had to fly engineers of Maruti to Pulwama when they identified one shock absorber, and with that shock absorber we could reach to the vehicle, but it took some time, and it is too early. I personally feel that to establish that who is the owner and whether he is linked or not, we should not be speculative about that individual at this stage.
Okay. So General Dhillon, I just want to ask you, the backdrop of this particular incident today has been framed by this crackdown on 2 modules. Both had doctors. What do you make of this? Are you suggesting that, would you go to the extent of suggesting that Pakistan has still not been deterred, that they will continue to try and undermine India's security, territorial integrity? What do you think is happening there?
Absolutely. Pakistan will never desist from doing things which will be harmful for India's interest. Basically, Pakistan is going to take the attention of the public away from the miseries at home. The economy is failing, their politicians are failing them, the military is failing them, the diplomacy is in doldrums. And after Pulwama, they want to do something pan-India or in the heart of India or near the capital of India, which can suggest that not only Kashmir, the terror is all across India. Pakistan is unnecessarily being blamed for it. That is what they want to project. But the signs, the telltale signs of Pakistani ownership of the module which got busted today and yesterday is very much clear. The weapons recovery, the ammunition, the ammonium nitrate and all that is very clear, and in the due course, the intelligence agencies will come out with proof. And here again, since I was closely associated with Pulwama, I agree with Mr. Gandhi. I didn't want to give out all those details. The Maruti Eco car got identified exactly and specifically after a lot of deliberation. The Maruti people coming there, identifying from that spring, that shock absorber. The number plate which we are saying could wear a plate. Any terrorist worth his salt will not use a number plate, original number plate of a car. But having said that, I would still say investigations are going on, and if investigators are not giving out details as of now, they have a reason. They have a reason. They don't want to alert others who may be coming to know from the news channels, as we saw it in the Mumbai attacks. So let's not jump to conclusion. Let's have faith in our investigating agencies, and let's have faith that doing everything in the best interest of the investigation and the nation. If they're delaying it, they have their reason. If they will give the information at a particular time, that will have a reason.
Okay.
So I would like to go with the investigating agencies, actually the professional agencies. I'm not going to go with what the SHO has said or what the beat constable on the spot has said, because he's the layman. He doesn't understand the implications or complications involved. Let an expert come and say, these are the forensic reports, this is what happened, this is the investigation, this is the interrogation report, and now we have come to a conclusion that this is what happened. And what about what Mr. Ranganathan was saying, Dr. Ranganathan, about HM's visit? In the army, we have a saying, one visit or one look is better than 100 reports. Now, tomorrow when the agencies will be briefing the Home Minister, and they will be saying, sir, याद है जहाँ पे आप खड़े थे उसके लेफ्ट साइड में जो पोल था, सर उस डायरेक्शन से ये हुआ, एंड ऐसे सामने जो एक बैरिकेड सा था उस तरफ से ये हुआ. So it becomes easy for the person to understand the future investigation, the way it is going. So, but notwithstanding what Mr. Dr. Rangana said has a merit, but still I would like to say I will wait for an official confirmation of whatever. Rest everything which is happening across are SOPs.
Right, SOPs. Very interesting, very interesting. So, Shansini, I just wanted to put that question to you too. I wanted to ask you, on this issue of deterrence and Pakistan, do you think there could be rogue actors, and you know Pakistan very well, who want to spoil the case for the ceasefire? And just before you answer that, a quick update. The Gurugram registered car with the following number plate, and I'm not going to mention the number, an I-20 was registered in the name of Muhammad Salman. Based on information received from the Delhi police, the Gurugram police detained Muhammad Salman for questioning. During interrogation, Salman revealed that he had sold his car about 1.5 years to a man named Devendra, a resident of Okhla, Delhi. Salman has handed over all the documents related to the car sale to the Gurugram police. Now, further investigations will take place in Okhla, where the car was first sold. During the investigation, it was later found that Devendra later sold the car to someone in Ambala. So I think someone was making the point, I think it was Mr. Modi who was making the point, that there was an 8th owner in the case of the car that was used in Pulwama. And the Ambala police are currently investigating the matter, and the Gurugram police are sharing all relevant information with investigating agencies. So you can see already that there has been a number of sales and purchases and so on and so forth. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan wanted to raise his hand. I want to bring in Sushant Singh right after. Yes.
Now, very briefly, just a point that more important than the identity of the owner or, how many hands it passed was the journey that has to be traced. And I just found out that NCR is not just the most dense CCTV camera in the world, it is also the most linked CCTV camera operation in the world. So you would know the last 1 hour which road did this I-20 traverse. So as I said, I agree with General Dhillon. I have complete faith in the intelligence agencies, and I'm sure they've worked it out. It's just that we don't know. And again, as General said, if we don't know, it is because of a design of the intelligence agencies. They don't want us to be well versed with all the details as yet.
Okay. Sushant Singh, very quickly, the question that I posed earlier to you.
I've forgotten what your question was.
Okay, the question was straightforward, that could there be the possibility of rogue actors spoiling the case for ceasefire in Pakistan?
Arey yaar, come on, Rahul. That is such a woke question to ask. Pakistan is a pretty rogue country, yaar. What rogue actors are you talking? Rogue actors in Pakistan are people who actually want peace with India. Those are the rogue players in Pakistan. The whole country is rogue otherwise. You are saying actors. So perish the thought.
Okay.
This is part and parcel of Pakistan's mental makeup. They want to impose terrorism on India. And they want to say that, okay, fine, we can keep pushing you because now we have Donald Trump on our back, we have Xi Jinping on our back, we have the Saudis on our back, and let's see what you can do to us. If indeed there is a Pakistani fingerprint found or a Pakistani evidence of a Pakistani involvement found, then they are very clearly telling you, here, this is what we are bringing to you. Let's see what you can do about it, because now Mohammed bin Salman, we have signed a deal with him. The Turks are with us. The American, Donald Trump is our best friend forever now. And his entire cabinet does not have the fortitude to, defy him. So, and we are going to give him some crypto and other stuff. So he's going to back us. The Chinese are in any case on our back. and everybody else will come to our support. What can you do to us? So clearly, the gauntlet is being thrown if indeed this is a Pakistani hand. And I can predict to you right now what scumbags in Pakistan who have great friends out here, like people in wires and other places who hold these shows and whose families have lost wars and still been rewarded. Those are people who will bring them on TV or their third rate screens where they will say that this was a false flag attack. You can be rest assured of that. So that is how the Pakistani propaganda mill is going to behave. And we have to be ready to understand how they are going to do it. But please perish the thought that there are rogue actors in Pakistan. The whole damn country is a rogue place.
Okay, very interesting. That's a very interesting angle. So there's absolutely no division in Pakistan about how to proceed with India. General Dhillon, I wanted to ask you, that's interesting, just a thought experiment, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but does India's capacity to respond change after the diplomatic reconfiguration that has taken place? So you now suddenly see Trump and company cozying up to Pakistan, Pakistan singing his praises. You also have the Saudis that have been played onside by the Pakistanis. The Turkish are involved. The Chinese, of course, are the big brothers. I don't know what brothers they are, step brothers, real brothers, blood brothers, God knows. But they're also there in the sort of equation. Does that change? If India were to respond tomorrow, would that change anything on the ground for us?
Rahul, no, it does not change. India stands on its 2 feet, and that is the reason these realignments are happening. India reserves the right to respond in the manner which it finds most suitable, depending on what the situation comes out tomorrow. So I am not at all bothered about what realignments are happening. And I am also very sure if India retaliates tomorrow, if suppose this is a terror attack from Pakistan and India retaliates tomorrow, Saudis are not going to come and fight along with the Pakistan against India. Nor is Donald Trump going to come and stand next to Shahbaz Sharif. India will fight its own battle from its own stance and against a rogue country, as Mr. Sareen is saying, that is Pakistan. So nothing is going to change. We have always dealt bilaterally with Pakistan, and we have bilateral relations with all the other countries which were named. And all the other countries which were named have interests, economic, strategic, and political and diplomatic within India. So it's going to be bilateral with all these nations and bilateral with Pakistan. That too, of course, it will be a force applied against Pakistan if it is proven that it was a Pakistani hand and it was a terrorist act.
So, Sareen, would you like to add to that?
No, I think I agree with what General Dhillon is saying, but I was not saying that we will be influenced by, what the others are doing. I think we have to understand that we have to do what we have to do, regardless of what anybody else is telling us to do. What I was telling you is how the Pakis think. The Paki mind, I'm trying to tell you. It's a pig's mind, but you have to understand when you're going to be getting into a fight with a pig, you have to understand how the pig thinks. So the pig's mind is that this is the kind of support that he has. And this is why the Indians will not or will have to think 20 times before they take any offensive action against the Pakistanis. So that is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that this is what is going to be the calculation in India or from the Indian security establishment. I don't know what the calculation is going to be. But clearly that is how they are going to estimate it. And we really need to start gaming this thing through. Because quite clearly, as we've learned from the Israeli experience, carrying out a few attacks on an enemy country does not really solve the problem. You have to be relentless. And frankly, you now have to start thinking of, some more drastic measures so that you don't have this menace on your border anymore. I don't want to elaborate on that, but I think we really need to start rethinking what this Pakistan problem is, cut it to size in many ways. And that is the way we need to go about it. It's not going to happen in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. It has to be a national project for the next 20 years. Maybe earlier we can do it. But I think that's the direction in which we need to start moving, because this is a cancer. See, it was a gangrenous part which we had cut off, right?
Yeah.
Both on the eastern and the western flank. But this gangrenous part has now started affecting our body. So you have to think of what you want to do with this gangrenous part. And unlike some people, in the Sangh who say that these are two arms of India, Mother India, I don't think these were gangrenous arms of Mother India and they'd been cut off. I really wish people in the Sangh would also would take a reality check, uh, and not mouth these virtue signaling tropes. You need to understand your enemy. This is what Shatru Bodh is all about. You understanding the enemy. And unfortunately, while we have started identifying the enemy, we still have not the capability of understanding the enemy.
Okay.
And I would only counsel that we start doing that